What's going on, guys? Welcome on into today's trade recap. One trade and done for today. We traded Tesla 118.25. It's an absolutely beautiful day, so I am going to try to spend as little time at the desk as possible, which is why it's not even 10 a.m. when I'm filming this video, and we're going to have this posted hopefully soon. So we are going to talk about one trade today. It was on Tesla. You know, the reason why it's kind of an interesting day. So let's jump over to it here really quick. Here's what I was looking at here on TradingView. I actually got in on a high of day break, which happened to occur right here. So I entered this guy right in on this candle. Actually, I probably got a little bit higher than I wanted to, somewhere up in here. And then my stop loss was breaking candle low. So this is actually a really good risk reward trade from where my stop was set. So I love these where you can kind of have a situation where it's the strongest stock of the day. You've got a little bit of a gap up, but you pull back at the open. So you got all these lower wicks getting bought up. But the real trigger for me was volume. So I see this. Now, I did notice, okay, pre-market highs, like this is why I have that blue line there. That's pre-market highs. I want to be careful. That's going to be an area to watch. And we did. I mean, you could have honestly even traded it right here. You know, put a little resistance right here. And then had kind of your 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, all building higher lows with strength into that. And then played it where you play the breaking candle, which was here, put a stop loss under here, and still would have made money. Still would have done very well. Like, same thing. But I ended up getting in here. Why I got there and why I was a little bit late. I didn't buy it when it broke that second because I was kind of watching it. And then I happened to look and go, whoa, look at this volume. And so when I saw that volume, I was like, okay, well, that's a break that I want to be a part of. And if we were to come back under that candle low, that would invalidate this surge in volume. But that surge in volume is telling me this is a strong candle to watch, a strong level to watch. And if we don't hold this, then the trade doesn't matter anyway. It's not going to pan out likely in the time frame I'm looking at. So that's why I entered there. And then I took profits up near 244.50. So end up being like right here. And yeah, so I mean, looking back, you know, you can look at this and say, oh man, it went way more. Yeah, and I probably could have done a better job of scaling out. I did scale out once as we popped up into a new high of the, as we broke over pre-market highs. And then I had 75 shares of it, and then I sold 25 up in here, and then the rest, the 50, took me out pretty much like right up in here. So could have gone more. Could I have scaled another 25 and had 25 more and potentially still been in? Yes, possibly could have done that. But when I look at it, from where I entered, let's say I entered right here, 242.64 area. If that's where I enter, which let me just jump back and see if we have data on that. No, let me see if I can pull up my phone, because unfortunately, because TradeZella, because I'm trading on a prop firm, right? This is a CFD. It's not necessarily trading. It's not trading the ticker symbol Tesla. It's trading just it calls Tesla just the actual name of the company. Which is why it pops up that way. So I got in at 242.73 was my entry, and I exited at 244.30. I guess that was the average price. Yeah, because of the scales. So 242.70, which actually is a little bit higher than this. It's like pretty much like right here. So if you do the math on what the risk reward calculation is to where I got out fully, right about the 244.50, it's about a 1.55 to 1. Risk reward. So it's not a 2 to 1. You could have gotten more, but it's about a 1.55. So I start scaling out once I get a 1 plus. So my scale out, the 1-to-1 risk reward essentially put you right here. And that's approximately where I took my first piece, was around just under 244 on Tesla. So that's where I start scaling out. And then I took profits here. The reason why I zoom out and, you know, look at this big picture also was 245 was kind of my line in the sand of like, you know, we don't need to be, you know, looking for more above 245. Obviously it could go there, right? But I didn't want to look and hope and not hope and pray, but I didn't want to be overstaying a welcome just in case. Because if you look back and we just zoom out on this chart, right? What is this? Tesla has just filled its gap right here from the big gap down on earnings. And then this 247 is like this low right here. But if you look on the right-hand side, once the volume profile loads up here in a second, you're going to see that we really are hitting up into, you know, higher volume on the volume profile, which is not something that I want to be kind of pushing myself farther into. So that was really what it was. If I pop the volume profile, which for whatever reason is not loading up, There it is. So you can kind of see, right? Now we're approaching and we're hitting into, some of this higher volume, which just want to be careful. We tend to see price action consolidate here and not be as aggressive up or down as you're approaching one of these levels. So that's why I just want to be careful at that spot. But all in all, that was the day. So back to our dashboard. For the month, it's the 15th. We're still down the month, but not bad at all. That's, and honestly, actually I should pull up my platform here. We actually do have open positions, which are in the profit. The market does keep pushing higher. I am in these swings. They're on the weekly time frame, so there is absolutely no rush to get out of them. So technically, because those swings are down a little bit today, Meta and Adobe I think are down a tiny bit, but that's what I'm in. So we're technically made progress of $72 on the current equity, but the current balance based off of realized gains is 118 on the day. So that was approximately what we made. So now we're 15% of the way there. If I lock those gains in, hopefully we can get nice moves, and hopefully we get continuation of some better trending price action, which as of right now, S&P, let's pull up SPY. SPY's at 451, man. It looks really strong on SPY. So see what happens, but that's today's trade recap. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Any links, resources, all that great stuff down below. Black Friday sales coming up. So any of the stuff that I have linked down below that I use and I pay for, you can get a better deal than I probably paid for it over the past year anyway in the next week and a half. So thanks so much. Peace.